everybody, welcome back to my channel. Let's talk about it. I do apologize that I have not been recording for the last couple of weeks. It was just a lot going on, but I do promise you that no more interruptions. Your girl is back every week, so let's talk about it. So today we're going to do something just a little bit different. My producer decided that, we wanted to change it up. So with it being Pride Month, she's actually going to ask me some questions and I have no idea what she's going to talk about. So let's see.
Okay, since it is Pride Month, let's go ahead and get started with telling us a little bit about your coming out story.
Okay, where should I begin? I'm going to start maybe with middle school.
Okay, so who did you come out to in middle school?
I'm going to say at that time, like at the beginning, 3 people. 2 good friends of mine and then my best friend. And it was difficult, but not difficult. I was just scared to tell anybody. And those 3 people were the first 3 people I actually told. And
what were their reactions when you told them?
Okay, I don't care. Particular, my best friend Tiffany, the one I told you guys about, who, I went to camp with and stuff like that, and who we've been friends since I was like 12 years old. I was really scared to tell her because we did a lot of things together. Like we went to camp together and we was in the same cabin. We just, everything, it was just, we were together. So I didn't want her to think like, oh, you like girls. Are you going to be looking at me any type of way? And still to this day, that's my best friend and it's nothing like that. But that was the main person who I was worried about because I didn't want her to get the wrong idea.
Did it make you feel some type of way that they were just like, whatever, that they didn't really care?
No, I was actually happy and relieved because one, I had somebody to tell, and then I just didn't know how they were going to react. So by them saying it is what it is, I really hope it was what it was, because when people tell you things like, I don't care, but then low-key on the side, they still kind of feel some type of way. But the vibes I got from them, and especially from her, it was nothing like that. So I was happy about that.
And how long after that did it take you to come out to more people?
Ooh, I think going into like high school, I told my cousins, and my oldest cousin, my boy cousin, I think I told him first out of the like adult people in my life. And I needed to tell somebody besides, my peers and stuff. I just need to tell somebody else. And he was like, okay. But it was still, we never talked about it. I could never come to him and be like, hey, cuzzo, this girl didn't, It wasn't like that. It was just, hey, cousin, this is what it was. And he was like, okay.
Even after telling all of these people that, you like, did you come out as bi or lesbian? Bi. After telling these people that you were bi, how did that make you feel about coming out more?
Well, it was never said I'm gay or straight or bi or whatever. It was just more like, hey, I like girls. And back then, I don't feel like I dressed like a tomboy or anything, but I knew it was just, back then, it was just the way we dressed, period. Some girly girls will have on a big t-shirt and tight pants or, something looser. I was comfortable, but I was never going that, that way. But I don't know, it was just, it was what it was. But when my mom found out, I never really told my mom. She actually found out. And that's a story. I don't know if you're ready for that, but that is definitely a story.
Lay it on me.
Okay. Well, when my mom found out, that's how it starts to unravel. So, my grandmother, she lived in Arkansas at the time, she pretty much got a phone call on her. It was her birthday. Me, my mom, and my aunt, we're all getting dressed to go to work. At the time, I was working for the school district. And I can hear them talking, but I don't know about what. So I'm in the bathroom doing my hair, my normal routine. And I'm like, what, huh? Like a gossip conversation. And so I hear something about me, and my mom and my aunt like, I don't know, no, not that I know of, a conversation like that. And so I'm pretty much like, is there something y'all need to ask me? And my aunt pretty much was like, yes, they want to know if you gay. And I was just like, oh my God. You know, in a moment I'm combing my hair, brushing my hair, whatever. And I was like, and literally my heart, I can feel it right now as I'm talking about it. My heart was beating like 80 miles per hour. Like my heart was beating so fast because me and my mama is like this, okay? So I didn't know what was gonna happen. I'm 19 at the time. Remember, I held all this in when I was 12, 13, going all the way through middle school and high school. And here I am, a grown woman at 19, and now I have to tell my mom. So I'm pretty much like, yes, I don't want to say nothing to nobody because I know you guys are gonna be mad at me. And there was a statement that was made by my aunt, but I had forgave her, you know, now. But she was pretty much like, just because you can't get no boyfriend, that doesn't mean you have to like girls. And to me, that was just like, boom, psh, fireworks. Because I'm like, well, I didn't have a boyfriend, or I didn't have boyfriends at the time, so what are you talking about? So I'm pretty much like, that's not even the case. So that day, it was a lot. My mom was crying. I was crying. I don't even think I went to work that day. I ended up leaving. I went to a friend's house, my friend Crystal, and I actually had lived with her for a couple of months before I had went back home, and I left my wallet at her house. So I packed a bag, caught the bus to her house to get my wallet, and my auntie, rest in peace, that lived in Palm at the time, I went to go stay with her for like a week. So here I am, 19 years old, call myself running away, but I'm 19, and that's what I did. And I told my aunt, and she was just like, okay, I don't care. But, you know, me and my first cousin, she knew at the time, and then my aunt, and I was there for a good week, and I was scared to come home. I didn't know what it was gonna be like. I didn't know how my mom was gonna take it. So I crashed there for a good week.
And then what happened when you did go home?
Well, I had to go to work. And I worked with my mom at the time. So not only I had to live with her, I also had to work with her. So I think when I came home, I went straight to work. So I didn't get to see my mom at home. We had a conversation. And for one, like I said, you guys know I'm the only child. And if you didn't know, now you know I am the only child. And she thought I was gonna be dressing like a boy, in which the phrase is an aggressive, a stud, an AG. This new generation has all these different terms. I really don't know, so I apologize for not knowing the correct term. But the term I know is an AG stud, or a stud, excuse me. And I was like, Mom, I wear like super big earrings and I wear heels. So I think she was a lot more comfortable with me being a femme and just liking girls. And we kind of really didn't talk about it that much. But as I gotten older, I think she got a little bit more comfortable, and it's just voila, like everyone knew. And when I told my dad, now that was a little interesting because I don't know if I mentioned my dad to you guys, but my dad is also legally blind and he low-key cannot hear that well. So I believe he found out by someone else, or if I told him, I really can't remember. I do apologize, I can't remember. But he called my mom and was like, Deborah, Nikki gay. Like, and if you know my daddy, is Nikki gay, you know. And so that was a conversation there. But my dad, again, he was like, oh, well, as long as the person treats you right and whatever, like, he don't care. He don't care. So that's pretty much how my coming out story was. And now, you know, still to this day, me and my mom are very, very, very tight. And even my mom and my fiance, they're super cool. So I definitely have come a long, long ways. My uncle, rest in peace, he sure didn't care. He was just like, just don't you bring nobody ugly home. Like, he you know, he did not care. He did not care. And then for people that still have their opinions, the only thing I can say is, oops, sorry. And if you didn't know, now you know. And I'm that same Nikki. I'm that same person that works with my kids, that helps my family. And, I'm that same person that just like the same sex. But now as I've gotten older, I've definitely shunned away from men. Of course, I'm with a fiance, which is a woman. But
so when as you were going through all of these, this realization that, you liked girls and, coming out and all that to those people, at that time, even after coming out, before coming out to your mom, how did you feel? Even though some people knew, did you still feel kind of like alone? Did you feel upset? Did you feel still really scared?
Relief.
Relief?
Yes. I don't have to talk in codes anymore. But I will say, for like a person that doesn't have anyone to talk to, if you find that one friend to talk to, just be careful who you tell, the people, that you trust, because I'm just so happy I didn't get in that depressed mode to where no one doesn't want to be around me. No, everybody has their opinion. What am I going to do? I could say I was one of the lucky ones, because people before me and my mom generation, it wasn't like that for them. You know what I mean? So, I was definitely happy. The first time I went to a gay club, and it was just like, yes! I swear, it was in Hollywood. Oh my gosh, the arena, I think it was, in LA and Hollywood. I was like, I'm home. Like the boys, I was like, yes, honey. And what I'm gonna tell you, some of these drag queens, you're really a man. Like, oh my God, you're beautiful. And I have to say, they can get working better than I can in some of these heels. Like, I feel some type of way. My feelings is hurt. I can't flip and dance and pop, lock, and drop all like you can with pumps on. But I definitely felt like, oh my gosh, like I'm home. Like I felt free. I didn't have to hide anymore. But once I told like my peers and my siblings and my aunts and uncles and stuff, it's like it is what it is. I'm 32 now. If somebody definitely has something to say or don't like it, ain't nothing I can do about it. There's nothing I can do about it. But like I said, I was definitely one of the lucky ones, because a lot of people don't have that person, they can talk to. And I did everything I wanted to do. I went to prom. I did everything. And like, I know a couple of studs that didn't go to prom because their mom wanted them to wear a dress and they didn't want to wear a dress. I didn't have that issue because I was a femme and I was bisexual. Or just not even just being bisexual. I could have been a lesbian, but I'm a femme. So it's like more of a cover-up. I think for studs, it's harder for them because, one, they are dressed in a total different way. They really can't hide it. And it's harder for them. You know what I mean? But, we're in 2021. I'm 32. Again, if they don't like it, then I can't change their minds, But
so one last question before we finish the video.
Okay.
So what is your some words of encouragement for those who are still in the closet, for those who are scared, for those who don't have that family that's supportive like some people do?
Get into groups, because you need to talk to somebody. Get into some groups. And I'm just now finding out. I don't know everything now. I'm just now finding out about these different groups on social media and stuff like that. You definitely want to get into a group. And even parents, talk to your kids, definitely ask them questions, because it's out here. It's on TV. It's in the streets. You can't hide it from them. You know what I mean? It's out there. If you don't talk to them, they're going to find out about it through somebody else. But for the child, definitely get into groups. And once you find that support group, stick with it until you're ready to come out, to your parents or to your family, or find that close little cousin or big cousin or sister or brother or aunt, uncle, grandma, somebody, And if you can't, my social media is open. Is definitely open. I've been dealing with this since I was very young. I am now 32 years old. And then for the parents that can't really cope with it, there's also groups for you guys too. If a straight man and a gay man was to cut, we all still gonna bleed. It's all gonna be the same. We're still that same person, but it's like who we like as a, sexual, as a partner. That's it. Everything else is the exact same. So parents, talk to your kids. Kids, if you can't talk to your parents, definitely talk to someone or get into some type of group. There is an LGBTQ community center out here in Vegas. I have not yet been to it, but I'm definitely going to check it out. I know it's in Henderson. So definitely check it out. And like I said, I have my social media. It's definitely open if you have any questions. I put it like this. I'm a Vigilante girl that was bisexual, now lesbians. I really don't even give myself a title, but I know I love women and it is what it is. I have a fiance who I've been with for 8 years, so I don't think my mind is going to change. But, you know, I'm just happy to share my story with you guys. I hope I cleared some information up. I hope a parent might be able to talk to their child if they think their child might, you know, be like, you know, likes the same sex. And don't call your child different. Like, I don't like that word. It's okay if they like the same sex. They're still going to clean up. They still going to eat all your food in your house. They still going to need clothes. They're that same child. They just like the same sex. So that's my take on it.
Alrighty, well, thank you for your, you know, coming out story.
You're welcome.
And all that, so let's go.
All right, guys, please like, subscribe, turn on that bell. My social media is all at the bottom. Please leave comments, and there is more videos to come. Bye, and happy Pride Month.